So here's MYP2 Unit 2 Chapter 3. Previously we looked at a pattern that gave us a rule about the power of 0. So we looked at a pattern like this that said 10 to the power of 4, which is 10 times 10 times 10 times 10. 10 to the power of 3 is 10 times 10 times 10. And we saw how every time we went down one line in the pattern, we were dividing by 10. So we got as far as 10 to the power of 1 was a 10 on its own. And dividing that line by 10, the next one had to be 10 to the power of 0. And 10 divided by 1 gave us 1. So we got 10 to the power of 0 equals 1. And you could do that with any number. So that gave us a rule that that anything to the power of 0 is always going to be 1, with one exception. If you carry that pattern on further, the next one would have to be 10 to the power of minus 1, and then continuing to divide by 10, the next one would have to be 0.1. And then carrying on further still, the next one would have to be 10 to the power of minus 2, and dividing the previous line by 10 again, that's 0.01, which is the same as 1 over 100, or if you like, 1 over 10 squared. So 10 to the power of minus 2 is actually the same as 1 over 10 to the power of 2. So this gives us a rule. A negative power means 1 over the corresponding positive power. So for example, if you see 4 to the power of minus 3, that means the same as 1 over 4 to the power of plus 3. So a negative power just means 1 over the corresponding positive power. Now, I've put a little thing in a blue cloud here. Minus power does not mean minus number. This is a common mistake that people make. They see a minus in the power and they think that it should be equal to a minus number, but it's not. So a minus power is often giving you a very small number because it's 1 divided by something, but it's not giving you a minus number. So here's an example. 2 to the power of minus 3, evaluate that as a decimal. So we can write down 2 to the power of minus 3 is the same as 1 over 2 to the power of 3. And that's the same as 1 over 8, because 2 to the power of 3 is 8. It's just 2 times 2 times 2. So we've got 1 over 8, which means 1 divided by 8, which is 0.125, which you might have been able to do without a calculator. So here's my calculator. Switch it on. And then 2 to the power of, so on my calculator it looks like that, to the power of, and then you've got your regular subtraction minus button, and then a button here that's doing minus numbers, minus 3. So 2 to the power of minus 3, and it's come up like that on the screen. I just press equals 0.125. So here's some questions. Evaluate as a decimal these various things. Come and see me if you need help with those. And here are the answers. You can just pause the video if you'd like to look at those.